African American Comm 275. Where do I start? I start off by saying thank you, Professor Say, for allowing me to be in this class. And in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to basically talk about what we talked about in class. I'm going to talk about culture, the word nigger. I'm going to talk about perception of black people. I'm going to talk about basically the main meat part of what we talked about in class. So I hope you enjoy the video, Professor Say. Black culture. In this class, we talked briefly about culture and what it means to us. Black culture, what it means to me is basically how you carry yourself, how you act, how you talk, how you walk, how you communicate with different people. I believe black culture is unmatched and there's nothing like it. Whether you go back to the Temptations, I believe music plays a huge role in black culture. I believe that, like now, the now is Young Thug, and but 5 years ago it was Lil Wayne, and then you go back 20 years ago, 20, 30 years ago, it was Michael Jackson and Prince. And you go 50, 60 years ago, it was the Temptations. Black culture to me is forever evolving. So black culture to me isn't set. It's not set in stone. It's always changing, and that's what makes black culture unmatched. That's what. Now on to the word nigga. Um, nigga and nigger has a lot of meaning to it, but I really think it depends on the generation and who is saying it. Like me and my friends, we say nigga or what's up nigga or hey that's my nigga or something like that. But we go back a few years, a couple decades, a few decades, and it's not that nice. It's a derogatory and negative word that's used to hurt people's feelings. Excuse me. Um, yeah, like nigger, saying it with the hard R's, I feel like it's very disrespectful, and I feel like it's more apt to hurt people. I feel like the word nigger has a very. I don't feel like this. I know this. It has a very negative background, and it has a very negative story to it. That's what slave owners called their slaves, niggers. Any way they could degrade or make them feel like less of a human, they would do it. So now on to white privilege. Um, it's exactly how it sounds. It's an advantage white people have on minorities. It's a head start. It's a step forward. It's a advantage basically. Um, an example of white privilege. There's plenty of examples I've experienced it plenty of times just by hanging out with my white friends. I have plenty of white friends. I have plenty of black friends. I don't discriminate. I don't pick and choose. I just love everybody the way they are. But one example is we were working one summer, this summer job, and my boss sent us out. Nice white lady. She sent us out and bought. Sent us out to buy something with her card, and the lady asked us for ID because it said James Shine on it, and we were like, well, we don't have our ID on us. And she was like, well, we can't sell this item to you. So we go back an hour later, but this time my boss decided to experiment and send our white friend in. No hesitation. Gave our white friend the the item and didn't ask for ID or anything. So that's just one example of white privilege that I experienced during my short lifetimes, during my short 20 years of life. That's one example of what I've experienced with white privilege. And that's 5 minutes so I don't really want to go over the time. But I want to stress that I really, really did love the class, and I really loved what we talked about in the class. I loved everything from the culture to the word nigger, the word nigga. I loved everything from to white privilege. I loved everything I learned in that class because I learned so much. And I thank you again, Professor Say, for having me and allowing me to be in this class. Thank you so much.